Today I will teach you the process of cleaning data using Python Pandas. Now what do you mean by data cleaning? Data cleaning means fixing bad data in your dataset. Now what do you mean by bad data? Now the bad data could be empty cells where there is no value, or it could be data in wrong format, or the wrong data. It could be some duplicates of the records. So all these things comes under the bad data. Now whenever your dataset is holding such bad data, then the analysis will be wrong. So in order to make our analysis perfect, we need to see that this bad data should be removed or should be adjusted so that our analysis will be perfect. Now, how to go with cleaning empty cells? The empty cells can potentially give you a wrong result when you analyze the data. Now, in order to overcome the problem with empty cells, we can just remove the rows. So one way to deal with empty cells is to remove rows that contain empty cells so that complete record can be deleted. Whenever you have a very large data set and if a few records are been with empty cells, then removing that records doesn't matter a lot for the analysis. Now here I will show you one CSV file which already I had. Now this is the CSV file with 4 columns: duration, date, pulse, max, person, calories. So totally 5 columns we are having. Now here you can see there is an empty cell. Here there is an empty cell. Here there is an empty cell. And here the format is wrong, the date format. And here the value is being out of the range. So such things can be called as the bad data. So we need to see that how these particular things can be removed or adjusted in order to make our analysis perfect. So what you need to do is you need to load this particular file to the Google Colab. Now here you can see which already I had, but just for your sake I'll just remove and show. Just press this and you go for delete file. Okay. Now the first thing is you need to have the file like this, save in some location on your drive. Then you have one button here. Just click that. Go to the thing where you have saved. So I have saved on my desktop. Just select that and open. And once you open, the file will be visible here. Can you see here? Already I have deleted and uploaded. Now once you upload like this, the thing what you can do is you can directly write the file name.csv or just click these 3 dots, go for copy path, and you can paste it. So just remove this and control. So like this also you can do. So either it is correct. Now here I have a code. Like the first thing is you need to import the pandas library, and I'm giving some alias name for the pandas library because I don't want to write every time pandas whenever you're calling some function for the pandas library. So I'm making it as a shortcut way. So PD, now this PD could be anything. It's up to you. The same thing you need to use. Now second line, pd.read_csv function, and there which file you want to read that already showed, you need to upload and you need to copy the path and you need to put here. Then it is going to create a data frame, and I'm printing that original data frame first as it is. And here I'm writing toString, means when you write toString, all the data will be visible. If you don't write toString, what happens is only first 5 records and last 5 records will be visible. But I want everything, so I put this data frame dot to_string function. Now, if you can see this output, this one, just I'll run and show. See, this complete thing is loaded, but now here you can see not a number, not a number, not a number. These are all empty cells, and here the format is wrong, and here also the value is out of the range. But these are the things what I was highlighted. Now this is the original data frame. I want to remove the thing which is with empty cells. this one, this one. So record number 18, record number 22, and record number 28. Now these three things should be removed. So what I'm doing here is to remove that, I'm applying one function called drop now function. Drop now. So NA stands for the not a number. So drop now function you need to apply on this particular data frame, and you are going to get a new data frame after removing the empty cells records, whatever is there, that will be deleted. And that new data frame I'm trying to print again by using toString method. So just execute this and go to the new data frame. Now this is the thing after deletion. So 3 records you can see. Record number 18 is missing here. 17 and 19 you got because 18 is not a number. I'll show again. 18 you can see this one is deleted. And second 22 should also be deleted. You can see 22 is not there and 28 is also not there. So 3 records has been deleted. So like this, you need to remove the records with empty cells. So which function you are using? Drop now function we are applying now. So by default, the drop now method returns a new data frame and will not change the original one. So if you can see in the above code, this df is the original data frame and new df is the new data frame after deletion. Okay. By default, the drop now function is going to create a new one. Suppose I don't want the new data frame to be created. I want to delete from the original data frame. So if you want to change the original data frame, you need to apply one argument, that is in place. If you write in place equal to true in the drop now function, then it will delete the record from the original data frame only. So can you see this code again? Importing panda, then reading the CSV file, and here drop now in place equal to true you need to write. In the earlier code, I was not writing this one. Then it will return a new data frame. But here in the original data frame called df only, I'm trying to write in place equal to true. Then it will affect the original data frame only. Then df.toString, you just run this one. Again, you are going to see that 18 record is not there, 22 record is not there, and 28 record is not there. So 3 things are there. Now the drop now in place equal true will not return a new data frame, but it will remove all rows containing null values from the original data frame. Now that is the work of in place equal to true. Whenever you want to make any modification in the original data frame, then you need to write like this, in place equal to true. Now replace empty values. Instead of removing the complete records, I want to replace with some value. Another way of dealing with empty cells is to insert a new value instead. The fill now method allows us to replace empty cells with a value. Fill something with wherever you find not a number. There's a meaning. Now here we have F fill, that is forward fill, B fill, that is backward fill. So wherever you are getting an empty cell, the above cell which is holding some value should be filled. The same value should be copied to the empty cells. Similarly, backward filling is nothing but if suppose I'll just go for this one. I will take the original data frame. Now can you see here, not a number. If I write F fill now, the same value will be filled here. That is called as forward filling. If I write back fill now, this value will be replaced here, backward filling. Okay, so that's the meaning of B fill and F fill functions. I will show here. Again, I'm importing the pandas and reading the CSV file. Then I'm applying one function called fill now. I want to fill a value with the fill a 130 value. Wherever you're getting empty cells, I need to put 130 now. And I'm writing in place equal to means it should apply in the original data frame only. Then I'm printing that. So here I will show you record number 18. No? Record number 18, if you see, I'll execute and show. Okay, record number 18 will be filled with 130. Can you see here 130? And record number 22, here also you can see 130. Record number 28, this also will be filled with 130 here, you can see. Wherever you are getting a name that is not a number, that will be filled with the 130 because I clearly mentioned here 130. If I write 230 here, let's say, just execute and see that wherever you get not a number, no, this 18th record you can get 230. 22nd record 230, 28th record also 230. Okay. Now, if at all I want to apply the forward filling, simply what you can do here is you can just remove here this value and you write method equal to, in single quotes, f fill, that is forward fill. That's all. Now I will show here 17th record, we'll see. 17th record is 300. Here 22nd you have this value, right? Then 28th 230. That is 241 should be filled. Here 241, here this particular date, and here 300 you need to make. Just execute and see. Now record number 18, if you see, you get the same 300 here. Record number 22, you can see the same data has been copied here. Record number 28, you can see the same value has been copied forward. Now if I go for reverse, if I write b fill, just execute. Record number 19 you need to check now. Record number 19 is holding 323. The 323 is copied reverse way. Record number 23 you check. Same is copied in record number 22. Then record number 29 you need to check. Check 29, 280. The 280 is copied. It is a backward direction. It has been copying. Okay. Now this is one way. Maybe I'll put a comment here. And I'll remove the comment here now. This is a function. Directly function also available. You can directly call and you can write in place equal to true. The same output you're going to get when you write ffill method equal to ffill here. Just execute and see. The 18th record, you can see again 300 is copied. 28th record, 241 is copied like that. Okay. Similarly, you can go for, I'll just put a comment here. I'll go for bfill function in the reverse way. You just check out 19th record. 19th record is 323. It is copied here 323. 28th record, it is 29th record 280. It's copied 280. So either way you can go. You can write your method equal to, or you can directly use a function. Either it is correct. Now that is one way. Now replace only for specified columns. Now earlier what we have seen is wherever we find a NaN, that is not a number, it has been replacing the value. But I want only specified columns to be filled. So to only replace empty values for one column, specify the column name for the data frame. So again here I'm going for Pandas library, then I'm reading the data one CSV. Now here you can see fill now function I'm taking. Now here I'm taking one column called calories. Only in calories column, wherever you find empty values, that should be filled with 130. Okay. Now, if you can see here, maybe I'll print this one also before and show so that you can understand. Just execute this. Now this is the actual data frame where you can see this, which one, the last one is the calories column, this one. Only this column we need to concentrate now. Now you can see here record number 18 and record number 28. Now this I'm not bothered now. This is a different column. Okay. Now when I execute this one, the calories 2 NaNs should be filled with 130. This one you can see 18th record, you can just check. It's filled with 130. 28th record also, it is filled with 130. Like that, only specific column we can change the values in the empty cells. Okay. Now coming to the next one, replace using mean, median and mode. Now I don't want to give any of the static values like 130, or I don't want to give the ffill and bfill concepts. I can just find out the mean of the particular column or median or mode, and I can put those values in the specified columns. So a common way to replace empty cells is to calculate the mean, median or mode value of the column. Pandas use mean function, median function and mode methods to calculate the respective values for a specified column. Now what is mean? Mean is nothing but the average value, that is sum of all values divided by the number of values. So here these two lines are common now. These two lines are common. One is the Pandas library importing, the other one is reading the CSV file. Now here you can see I'm working with the calories column only. but I'm calling a mean method. So only on the calories column, you need to find out the, you need to just apply the mean method, so that whatever the mean you are getting here, that value only should be replaced in the calories column wherever you're getting the empty values. So we have seen that in the calories column, we have two places. We have NaN, right? 18th record and the 28th record. So there we are going to get the, this mean value will be replaced here. And you're writing implicit true means only on the original data frame we are going to do that. Then here we are applying toString method. So here if you can just run this and go to the 18th record. Now you can see this 304.68 is the mean, and here 28 also you get 304.68. Okay, so like this you can just apply the mean method, so that for this column it is going to find out the mean and it will replace wherever the NaN is there, it is going to replace that one. Okay, now if you want to go for median, the value in the middle after you have sorted all the values of the in the ascending order. So same, these two are same. Now I'm in same column I'm taking, but instead of mean, I'm going to apply the median, and whatever the median value you're going to get, that is going to replace in place of the empty values. Okay, same function I'm using fill now. So if you go for 18th record, just execute this. 18th record, if you can see this one, 291.2 is the median value, and 28 also, if you can see 291 point, same median value is going to be replaced. Now similarly, I can go for mode, the value that appears most frequently. Now here also I'm going for the same file, same column, but here I'm applying mode, and here you are giving a 0 index. That means whenever you're going for checking the most frequently value, more than one number can be appearing most frequently. So in that list, which one is in the first order? Okay, only that value is going to be considered. Suppose 300 is repeating and 400 is repeating thrice. So 300 is the first number which was repeating. So that value we are going to take and replace. So mod, and you are going to write the index number. If you don't write this one, it is not going to work. So whatever the mode you are going to get, that will be replaced in the empty cells of the calories. So you can see 18th 300 you got, and 28 also you got 300. Okay, so like this we can just go for mean, median, and mode. Now cleaning data of wrong format. Now data of wrong format, cells with the data of wrong format can make it difficult or even impossible to analyze data. To fix it, you have two options. One is to remove the rows, or one is to convert all cells in the columns into the same format. Now if you can see here, again I'm going for importing pandas and reading the same CSV file. Now here I'm going for one column called date, and I want to just convert the date into proper format. So you need to go for pd dot, there is a function called to_date time. In that you are going to take only one column called date and format equal to mixed. So you have different formats of date like date, dd, mm, yy, or yy, mm, and dd, like that. So many formats you are going to have, but you need to convert into a standard format. Now the standard format in pandas is, first you are going to get the year, then month and day. Okay, yy, mm, and dd, and that you are going to put into the date column. Okay, so this function is being used, and in that you are going to take a date column and you are applying the format is mixed. Any format it's available, no problem. You need to convert into the standard format. So if you can see here, there was one problem with this particular thing in 26th record. So this is not the proper date format. Now when you just run this, you can see all dates are in the proper format now, including the 26, this one. Okay, this one is correct, because now here this one is an empty, right? So you get not a time, NAT not a time. These one are not a numbers. Okay, but this one has been in the proper format now. Now removing rows. Remove rows with a null value in the date column. So here now this is been a null value in the date column. Now I want to remove this record, 22nd record. So what you can do is df dot, there is a function called drop now function, and you need to only apply, you need to check only the null values in the date column. So you need to write subset argument equal to date, and in place equal to means on the original data frame only you need to do this one. So you are going to take only one column called date, and you are trying to find out any null values are there. If the null values are there, you need to drop it. Okay, so just execute this, and 22nd record has been dropped out. Can you see here? There is no 22nd record, right? That has been dropped out. Now fixing wrong data. Wrong data does not have to be empty cells or wrong data. It can just be wrong. Like if someone registered 199 instead of 1.99. So you have entered the wrong values. So how to replace that? So one way to fix wrong values to replace them with something else, some other value. Suppose you can see there is some value called 450 now. But when you just observe here, there is no 450. It's only till 60 is the maximum. So we need to change that. So df dot location loc, here you are giving the index number of the record and you are giving the column, and you need to give the new value how much you need to put. So if you can see here, this one is 7th, this one 7th index with 450 should be replaced with 45. Can you see here 45? I'm writing. So this is the index number of the record and this is the column what you want to check out, and that value you need to replace with 45. Just execute and see, and just check 7th record. It was 450 earlier, now it has become 45. Okay, now removing rows. Another way of handling wrong data is to remove the rows that contains wrong data. So here you can see the same file reading and toString method. So if you can just execute that and see here, this one is 450, right? So here I'm trying to check that in this particular duration column, if the value is greater than 120, I kept in loop for x in data frame dot index. Index means 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So every index you need to take out and you need to check. Like suppose 0 index were taken, you get here 0 with the duration. What is the duration value? 60. Is greater than 120? No. Again, you go for next index. It is 60. That is also fail. Like that, it goes to the 7th record. 450. 450 is greater than 120. Then you need to immediately apply drop method. Okay, then print. Just execute and see. See, this is the original data frame. This is the original data frame where you find 450. But here, you can see there is no 7th record because 7th record is dropped out here. Okay, because it's greater than 120 now, I can remove that one. Either you can replace or you can remove. Now, how to go for removing duplicates? Because some records might be duplicated, so that is also not correct. So how do you identify? So duplicate rows are rows that have been registered more than one time. To discover duplicates, we use one method called duplicated method. The duplicated method returns a boolean values for each row. Now, if you can see df.duplicated, if at all I'm trying to print and execute, you can see all false. False means no duplication. But here you can see one true is there. That means this record is duplicated. Okay, if you want, I will show 11th and 12th. If you can see these two, both are duplicated, same thing. So 11th, fine, no problem. Whenever you go for 12th, no, it is repeated. So you get here true. Okay, so I want to remove this one now. Okay, so you got here true, 12th should be is duplicated, you need to remove. The others are not. Okay, how to remove the duplicates? So we have a method called drop underscore duplicates method. So you just simply apply df dot drop underscore duplicates in place equal to true and print. You will see that 12th record is deleted. You can see there is no 12th record. It is deleted. Okay, so like that you can remove the duplicates by using drop underscore duplicates method. So this is the process of cleaning the data from the files. It could be CSV or it could be Excel files or other files, and you need to see that every data is correct for further analysis. Okay, if you like this video, do subscribe, like, comment, and share it to your friends. Thank you.